It's me, I'm Pippo.
Can you tell us the secret for a great relationship? And then he said, doing new things and going out for comedy shows, which is so cute.
Wow, yeah.
She said, he's rich. If you are in the audience and you are watching a comedy show, you can't be the most boring person in the world. Because the moment you're going out with the intent of laughing and finding something to laugh, in my book, you're already cool.
I don't know what you were saying, but yeah, I don't know what Richard was talking about. I was zoning out for a moment, so I hope to all the listeners that you enjoyed his story from his high school, as I'm getting. He got his priorities straight.
Not my teeth, though.
But when you mention something... I
go on for half an hour
hope
with my fucking stars. Lucas look at me and goes, I don't know what you're saying.
And we are Brolish, the podcast that you happen to love in your house or wherever you are.
Dude, chances are the person listening to this knows us personally. So you can't straight up say, hi, mom. Or hi, dad.
Hello, everyone. I say hi to my sisters, to my parents.
Hey, to your sisters, I say hi too.
Richard says hi to my sisters.
I have to be sure that I'm not using a sock that is like has a hole, because I'm using my orange taco socks, and I'm not sure that they don't make a hole. For the audio listeners, we have colorful socks.
Yes.
To match our personalities.
Yes.
Do you think you have a colorful personality? Have you ever got this? What is it called? Compliment?
I got complimented on my clothing, my colorful clothing, and said, yeah, people said that it's matching my personality of a Labrador.
I'm sorry for the audio listeners that had to listen to my dog. He's up there. His name is Pippo.
It's me, I'm Pippo.
Is this us trying to riff of me saying that we have a dog? We're doing a mic check and I did a stupid joke and Łukasz liked it.
Yeah.
I said, she told me that the condom broke, but I told her not to use it as a parachute. Now we're both gonna die.
You said it in a better way.
Did I say it in a better way?
Yeah.
It's deleted now. We can never know now.
Yeah.
Now we're both dead. I don't know. I don't remember how I did that. I was just something come out of my head. I think my worst fear is a condom breaking. And
falling to the ground.
No, and it hurt. And it hurts my dick. Because the thing is that, like, look, my brother was a dancer for a while. Now he's a horse veterinary cowboy, and like votes right wing. He's a very special person, and he was a dancer before he blew off his knee, and he was a different time. Just so that everybody know, okay, he was using an afro wig to be a support dancer for a group that plays basically black music. It's like axé, it's Brazilian music, and he was just like dancing, and he had like this fake wig.
Okay.
And one of the hairs entered his eye, and he pulled it out, and he cut open his contact lenses.
Oh.
And the corner of the contact lens kept rubbing until he actually hurt, and I cut his eyeball.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He had an eyeball cut from dancing to black music.
Wow, that was the punishment. It's so weird.
For cultural appropriation. So now we have new laws for cultural appropriation. If you do cultural appropriation, what you get is that like a guy will come in with a very thin line and cut your eyeball. Just imagine that.
Instant karma.
No, poor guy, dude. Poor guy. No,
yeah, but did your brother recover from the afro wig cut?
He had to use an eye patch for a few weeks.
Wow.
And it was kind of cool, yeah.
not only he's a cowboy, he's also a pirate. Or he.
For that moment, he was specifically a pirate. No, the thing is, I was going somewhere. By the way, guys, if you guys don't know, we are new to this. This is our second episode, and it's good because you're gonna be with us in this journey of 2,000 episodes. That's our contract, right?
Yeah, we talked about this. I never agreed on 2,000, so yeah, 2,000 just sounds like a very large number.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's like more than years in the Gregorian calendar.
No, there are not 2,000.
Oh wait, no, yeah, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I guess time flies when you're having fun.
I was wondering, like, how fun evolves and changes through history. You know, I was like going one of my stupid dives on the internet, and I found out that there was a sport in medieval England, which was, I think, like toss the rabbit or toss the fox, and it was literally like noblemen throwing carcasses as far as they could.
Wow.
And it was literally, that was it. That was like, how far can you throw this dead fox?
Oh, so the fox was dead.
Yeah.
So it's not that you could train the fox,
to just jump.
Yeah, to have the like aerodynamic position,
No, it's literally throwing a dead fox, and I thought, like, oh, this is crazy, because one thing is you hunt it. You use for the pelt or something, or like you feed their dogs or whatever. Okay. But they were literally just using a corpse for fun. And then I thought, this is barbaric, so I went to start looking at it, and that is a sport played today. This is not medieval. This is today, somewhere in the Middle East, in which is like polo. Okay, so guys on horses.
Yeah. And
there's a dead goat or a dead sheep. And they had, like, there's a team, red versus blue, or like they say...
like in video games, it's always...
Yeah, but like they say...
Capture the flag.
Kind of like that, yes. So in the center, there's a well, like a hole. And one team has to steal the goat from the other team as violently as they can. And the objective is to throw the goat in this ring in the center, like this well in the center, this hole. And then, like, you can punch each other. You can do... There's no rules. You can do whatever the fuck you want. So it's just people ramming horses on each other. And it's like dragging like a sheep carcass, trying to run from each other and steal from it. It's fucking wild. It's fucking wild. It's crazy. And I was like, well, Peter, you're angry about people having only one gerbil in Switzerland. Jack Roberts has this bit about...
No.
In Switzerland, it's illegal to have only one... guinea pig.
Yeah,
because they're like social animals, so it's considered animal cruelty.
Okay.
So you can only have two at a time, and if one dies, you have 1 week to buy another one.
Okay.
Otherwise, you are like framed for animal cruelty.
Oh wow! What if I eat the other one?
Then it's fine.
Okay.
Then it's fine. Actually, I think you can eat your pets.
Okay.
Why do we circle back and then we go back to fucking dead animals? The first episode was all about that. What the fuck is going wrong with us?
Yeah, but I have a bit about the well. Can I do bits here? So
yeah, you can do bits here.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to date in Switzerland, right?
Oh, are you gonna do that way? Should I be like the audience and be like, oh look at this guy?
Yeah,
he's
I'm
quirky.
trying to date, and I noticed on the online sites, right, that on the profile, girls always have a picture with a body of water.
Is it true?
And yeah, I don't talk about Aquaman. No. Yeah, body of water, it's like a sea or a lake, or if she's like me from a village, maybe it's just a well,
and that's the bit, I guess.
Yeah, and she's pointing at the well. It seems like she's wishing me well.
Oh my God, Łukasz. Okay, so
I didn't say I was gonna do good bits here. Yeah, just.
But this one you were working on it, right?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's just an idea about the fact that many women on dating apps.
Yeah, they're wishing me well.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish I had a cell phone right now, just to open like Tinder or Bumble and see how many of them have actually a picture close to water.
Yeah, not too many, but with a body of water. Yeah.
I mean, they are 70% water. You're talking about their boyfriends, which is 70% made of water.
Yeah.
I think it's more, no? We're like 80% or 90% water. How much is it?
Yeah.
70%.
70%.
Yeah.
And 70% better than my body material. Boyfriend material.
Yeah, we can definitely work on that. Łukasz, we can definitely work on that, dude. This is this Norm Macdonald joke that he does on the roast of Bob Saget, which is very funny.
Yeah.
That he goes like, many of your fans. Oh fuck! I can try to do my Norm now. Hey, many of your fans wish you well. To throw you down one. And that was it.
Yeah,
he was bomb on purpose just to get people reaction. It's so funny.
Wishing you well, throwing you down the well. That's a Norm bit. That's a Norm roasting.
But hey, we're talking about something. That was the last special from Louis C.K. Yeah, that was one that he did at
Dolby.
Not at the Dolby. No. There was one before that he did at Madison Square.
Mm-hmm.
That was only live. That you could pay and get it live. And you can now find it on torrents. You know, like you cannot watch it again unless you pirated it. I'm not condoning any sort of piracy. But if I would to...
what is condoning? Isn't condoning saying
condoning
that it's bad?
I think condoning... Isn't it?
I don't know English. But are you recommending torrenting, or you're not inviting people to torrent?
I'm just saying that...
you don't encourage torrenting.
No, I think you should fucking pirate everything you can. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not... So maybe I am doing whatever the fuck I said I wasn't. I actually think whatever. If you cannot see it in your country and you cannot pay for it, fucking download it. I don't give a fuck. I'm going full System of a Down here. Steal this album. It's a good album, by the way. I'm dating myself, but now people know that I'm old. Because System of a Down still this album. It's like 20 years old probably.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about, boomer.
Fuck you, dude. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I was going somewhere old with a fucking thing. No, with the torrent thing. Who cares?
Yeah. Are you gonna do your bit?
No, I'm not gonna do my bit. I don't have a bit on that. Okay. I wanna write a bit on that because torrenting, I think is gonna make a resurgence, because if you think about what TV is now, like people left TV and went to streaming services because you could just skip the commercials. Right? I mean, that was all it was. You just, fuck it, I don't need commercials anymore. I don't have to wait until I see my favorite thing. I just can just watch them forever ad infinitum, and that's much, much better. And that was the reason why I went to YouTube, because I could watch whatever the fuck I want and just use ad block and not get anything, right? So now I'm thinking, we have so many streaming services. So that whenever you want to watch something, they're like, sometimes the first season is on Netflix, the second season is on Hulu, and then the seasons 4 to 8 is on Disney Plus, and then like season 9, it's the stream platform that is very unique and so it's like.
Yeah, it's so hard these days. Like, you need to get so many girlfriends so you can share all those streaming services.
You fucking bastard. You know that I don't pay for a single streaming service.
You don't. Okay.
Fuck you.
But you just told me before
you know what you're doing.
that you actually paid for Louis C.K. show, which is I think what you wanted to talk about.
I did pay for Louis C.K. show.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
I think because I know the money is going straight for him, and I support him as a comedian. You know, actually, I like him as a person. I like his hobbies.
Okay.
I think
I didn't know Louis C.K. had hobbies.
he does.
Yeah.
Yes, they're
okay.
very revealing.
Very revealing. Okay.
They're revealing and shaking.
Right.
Anyway, no, this is
Slightly revealing.
slightly revealing.
Yeah. Is this a review of a wine by Adonis?
Oh yeah, dude. So now we're starting talking about bits of other comedians. That's how we're doing now?
Yeah, this podcast is talking about bits of comedians that we both know. So either superstars like Norm Macdonald or Louis C.K. or
Adonis.
Or Adonis.
Which would never listen to this podcast, so it's fine.
No, Adonis will not
Adonis
listen?
works.
Okay.
He has a real job. He's about to get a wife. Like he has a fiance. You know, he takes showers. He dresses well. He's not like you and I.
Oh, okay.
You know, he's a productive member of society. Did you know that he was on Forbes 30 under 30?
Yeah.
I mean, the moment you meet him, you get to know it very quickly.
Do they have it tattooed somewhere?
No, but he's like being vegan. He will let you know. Okay, this is for Adonis, but since you're not gonna hear that, invite me for your fucking wedding, you bastard. I'm just kidding. I love you and I want to fuck your cousins.
Yeah, Adonis is great.
He's a good guy,
Yeah.
and he has
It's
this
one-
bit about this wine review app.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is like Grindr for old men
right.
because they make sex to the bottles.
Yeah, is this what they do?
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Wait,
before
is this the Louis C.K. hobby? Oh no! Like,
Dude, you are clipping because you're keeping it too close to the mouth.
Okay, so clearly I'm getting too excited while talking Louis C.K.
just
With
keep
glass
it here. Exactly.
bottles.
Look at that. Like, just like on stage.
Yeah, I was on stage like
You did a
last
bunch
night.
of shows last year. 150 maybe.
Yeah, like 130 shows last year.
All right. Let's talk about that. I think this is a good thing to say. You know, because like for the people listening, we're both comedians. I mean, he has other job.
Yeah, my life is great, you know. Yeah, my life is amazing, you know, because I can tell you a bit about my life. So, you know, I'm a software engineer at a big tech company, you know.
Yeah,
and it's great. Yeah, and just last week actually I got laid off.
Which is the worst kind of getting laid.
This is the worst kind of being laid. Laid off. Yeah.
This is a cool thing, Łukasz.
Yeah, this is a joke that Harry Fox told me to say yesterday. Yeah.
I think maybe we should stop name dropping on this podcast until the people come. No, we don't give a fuck.
I hope Harry will listen to this.
Harry would never listen to this. He would never listen to this. Harry can only listen to one thing.
Yeah.
And it's the sound of his own voice.
Yeah. Well, he had a podcast with.
He does. Foxcast, by the way. So for the people listening to this after you finish, there's Foxcast on YouTube. He's like on episode 9 or 10, and he's just him like 20 minutes talking about whatever, like giving his point of view. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't listen to it because I already get enough Harry throughout my week, but and I think I heard most of his opinions. But he's a fun guy. He's great. By the way, Harry, you'll be on the podcast soon, brother. I love you. We're talking. No, I wanted to talk about the Zurich comedy scene, not your job. I didn't want to talk or the absence of it.
We can talk about this at a later time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about comedy scene. Yeah.
I think like we are very blessed in Switzerland. I feel like because there's not a lot of comedy, so the ones that we make get to be the trendsetter, you know, so people don't know how much better it could be. So they're happy to have us. You know, I mean, sometimes you have great comedians coming over and they do one show and they go, but like the ones that is every day here, that's just us. I mean, we're like 50 people.
Right, yeah.
I would say around that.
Yeah, so there are around 50 people performing regularly. But yeah, I started like a bit more than a year ago. You started at pretty much the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and you are great. You are one of the best at the moment in the Zurich comedy scene.
No, I'm not.
The fastest rising star.
Shut the Okay, this is quickly turning into a bullying session. Fuck you, Łukasz. No, I was just saying, like I'm having 2 open mics per week now, right? That I'm hosting.
Yeah, there are 2 that you are hosting. Yeah.
Yeah. No, in Zurich, they have 5.
Yeah, there are 5 open mics every week, and Contiki is even twice sometimes. So 6.
But on the same night, yeah.
Yeah, on the same night. So 5 or 6 mics per week.
Yeah. And then today we have a showcase with Comedy Kiss. By the way, this is not a secret. I'm working with Comedy Kiss now, and I got lucky enough to get hired there, and I'm producing too, helping produce and helping stuff.
Yeah,
it's
there we
nice.
go. Richard is the only person hired as a comedian in Switzerland.
No, there's 2 more.
There's 2 more.
Yeah, there's another guy, friend of ours, that lives off comedy.
Right.
And there is Matteo Gunderas.
Right.
That is hired by SRF, which is the Swiss national television, in case you're listening from somewhere else. And then he does comedy skits there. Oh, dude, I'm showing my belly. Oh my god. I hope it wasn't there the whole time and people were just looking at my fat body.
People, we invite you to just listen to this as a podcast. It's if you want to see more parts of Richard's body, follow us on OnlyFans.
We had an idea for OnlyFans. This Łukasz solve mathematical problems while I play with his nipples. And just go back and forth. And he's trying to solve Fourier transforms or whatever the fuck he's trying to do. And I'm just going, wee! And people pay good money for that.
Right, yeah.
They would.
Because I'm a mathematician, alright? Yeah.
Suddenly you become Rodney Dangerfield. Alright, I'm a mathematician, alright? My impressions are horrible. I'm really bad. The only impression that I can do is you. And then my mom.
Okay, yeah. You said my joke on stage, on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, on Wednesday I pretended I was you and I did one of my favorite jokes of yours, which I like very much because it tests the speed of the audience. Half of the audience doesn't even get close to understand, even though it's so simple. And I think I should just do it.
You do it, the joke now.
So I just go. I'm doing Łukasz now. And so this is Łukasz speaking. And he goes, every cell phone is waterproof if the water is cold enough. And then he bombs. Nobody says anything. You get a few laughs of people understood. And he goes, I see that on many Eskimos on the crowd today. You do it much better.
Yeah. You're doing great impression of me.
I'm terrible.
Let's say,
I'm terrible with impressions.
You didn't leave them a long enough break. This is what you told me when you were saying this joke on stage. Which I think, the timing was a bit off, but people enjoyed it and they loved it. Yeah, you did this after my set.
I think there's a million things that you could joke about, saying water becomes solid at a certain point, and you can just go like, water is easy to drink if it's not cold enough. No, stupid. I'm just thinking like it's very fun to there's a million things that you cannot do once the water is cold enough.
Right.
Like
drinking it through a straw.
By this point, I think 90% of the audience already left. They're like, these two are retards.
Yeah. This is us. This is the Swiss comedy scene, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Cream of the crop right here. No, dude. Yeah. No. Last night we had a great show. We had a couple, a couple from Geneva, and they were 2 elderly people, right? And they're together for 50 years.
Oh, really? Wow.
And they met on kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
So like she was his first love, he was her first love, and they stay together and they're married and they're like, I'd say late 60s now, and they still married and still together. And I asked her, I was like, can you tell us the secret for a great relationship? What's the secret? And then he said, doing new things and going out for comedy shows, which is so cute.
Wow, yeah.
She said, he's rich. He was so good. He was so good, dude. He was so good. And then I asked her, all right, okay, can you tell me 3 things you like about him? You know, just making conversation. And then she goes, oh, he's funny. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's rare for a Swiss person. That's really cool. What else? She said he's spontaneous. And I was like, are you sure he's Swiss? And then she goes, and he's rich. So she did the callback, and I go, holy shit, this lady's amazing. And I was like, oh, okay. Like when you were saying the first 2 ones, I thought, oh, okay, I can also marry a Swiss lady, you know, I'm funny, spontaneous. And she goes, and he's rich. And I go, okay, no way, I'm getting a passport, fuck that, that's done. And they loved it. It was very nice. You just left.
Yeah, in the second half.
Yeah. That was really fun, dude. It's always weird what kind of people you get on these shows. By the way, if you're listening from America or some other place, we don't get heckled in Switzerland. It's extremely rare.
It's very rare. Yeah.
It's very rare. Have you ever got heckled?
Yeah, not many times. But
No.
2 times that I remember.
How was it? How did it go?
Yeah, one time at Bonnie Prince, which is like this very small room.
Yeah,
And
it's the
then-
size of this room actually.
Yeah.
Maybe even smaller.
Yeah, and there was a couple of Americans and one lady. The lady was they were from Texas, probably both of them, and she was just so loud. And she was also drunk, I believe, and so she was heckling everyone, including me.
Damn, I wish I was there.
Yeah, it was a.
You don't
tough
remember
fight.
what she said?
I don't remember what she said. Yeah, but then there was another. 2 people from Switzerland from Winter Tour heckling at some other show, and then I was doing my weird shtick, pretending I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm saying. Yeah, me like doing some physical comedy at that point, just like kind of dancing a bit. It was okay, but also since they were interrupting people before, I was also saying, I don't care about these people from Winter Tour. Yeah, and then I'm doing my set and I'm bombing at some point, and the guy says, maybe you should find a job. At the time, I still wasn't laid off, so
you were like, fuck you, dude.
So I have the best job in this room. I wish I said that. No, I didn't. I had a shitty comeback.
Yeah. You say, I have a job. I'm a dancer. Because you're doing your physical comedy. No, dude. Yeah, I only got heckled once, seriously. But like before I was I heckled a lot of our comedians. Our comedians. Like that are now my friends. And I'm very happy they don't remember me. Because it's very easy to remember a heckle in Switzerland because they're so little. But I didn't know. I wasn't so aware of comedy etiquette. So sometimes comedians would do like rhetorical questions and I would answer out loud just to be funny in front of my date or some shit like that. I was so obnoxious. And this was a long time ago, like last year. No.
Before you started.
Before I started. Yeah. So like, before I go into the story of me heckling our comedians, there was this lady heckling me because I had this joke, I still do it, about learning Italian, that you absorb part of the culture. So I learned Italian, so now I cook very well, and I hate African immigrants. So now I just say immigrants. Before I said African immigrants, because it's true, the Italians, they hate all immigrants, but the Africans, they hate them most. You know, so it's an obvious joke about hating, about Italians being racist. And I had a tag that I would put in, and it was like, luckily I didn't absorb part of the American culture because they have none. Unless if I did, I would also be trying to hide my racism. And then this lady lost it because she thought I was saying that I'm racist. Okay, of course. The end of the joke in which I say I'm cook very well and I hate African immigrants. Then they go woo, and I go, I'm just kidding. I cannot cook. So I did that, and she fucking lost it. And then this black lady on the ground, she goes, "Shut the fuck up! Who do you think you are to speak about black people? You cannot use these words. Who do you think you are? You're a white person. You shouldn't be allowed to say the word hate and black in the same sentence." And I was like, "Lady, this is a comedy show. If you didn't come here to laugh, you came to the wrong place." And there were two black guys with her, and they were like trying to pull her down because she stand up.
Okay.
So they were trying to seat her and like, "It's quiet, get quiet. It's not the time. It's not the time. Not the time." And she's like, "Fuck you," because they understood that wasn't about me. The joke is about Italians being racist. And she got pissed. And I said that if you didn't come ready to laugh, you came to the wrong place, which is the best that I could come up at that point. I was in for like 2 or 3 months. I was very beginner, even more than now. And then afterwards, a more experienced comedian told me that I should go talk to her. She could just go talk to her.
Yeah.
And
explain
explain, like maybe apologize. And I was like, "Apologize for what? I didn't do anything wrong." And he goes, "No, but just to talk to her and see what she's feeling."
Yeah.
Brother, what a fucking mistake. That lady was out. She was crazy. So I went to talk to her and she goes like, "You don't know how it is to experience racism." And I was like, "Lady, I wasn't being racist. I'm saying the Italians are racist. I'm pointing out the racist. I'm saying racists suck. I'm saying that if you go to Italy and you're a black African person, there's a bunch of misconceptions that comes with them." And there were two African friends, the black guys, they were like, "Yeah, we know. They were with me."
Yeah.
But
so they found it funny.
Yeah,
but,
they were like, "Yeah, this is understood."
Yeah,
and they were like, "Brother, don't worry. She does that." But I think it wasn't the first time she was doing that. And I was like, "Okay, I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm not sorry for what I said, because what I said is not racist, because I'm not racist. But I'm sorry you feel that way."
Yeah, but I just want to point out that, just you saying that you're not racist doesn't necessarily mean that you are not racist. I mean, but the question is if the joke is racist or, like how...
I mean, even if you go on stage and you say racist material, doesn't mean you're racist. If you say you're not racist, doesn't mean you're racist. This is what you do.
Yeah.
And I know myself. I know what I do, and I'm not racist. I'm okay saying that.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I also found, like, I heard you do this joke maybe, like, one of the first times you were on stage, you were doing this joke already. And, and I was, I liked the joke. I was laughing at it. But there's only one person on this sofa who say the N-word twice on stage. And, well, I'm not gonna say who it is, but it's not me. I got a pass.
One, you said twice, so what?
I got a pass, but because then they were complaining I said it wrong, so I had to repeat. I had to repeat the N-word and roll the R,
sorry about
or
that.
Unroll the R. I don't know what I had to do.
Which one? You did it wrong.
Whichever, I did it wrong. Yeah. Apparently I cannot say the word now. So.
Yeah, and then like this lady talked in my head for 20 minutes.
But again, I think this is comedy. I mean, you can joke about things, and I don't like.
I don't care. It was the only time, and I talked to her, and then once I told her, "I'm sorry you feel that way. I see what it is, and I hope that doesn't bring any bad feelings. I hope you know what I meant. I'm out of here." And she goes, "Nope." And she pulled me back, and she goes, "I'm glad you understand how I feel, but let me tell," and then start telling stories, and it wouldn't stop. And I wanted to leave, and she talked for 20 minutes. And then me and her two friends, the two black guys that were with her, were just like... So I think she just needed to vent somehow. And that was the target that night.
Mm-hmm.
And then I left. All the fucking comedians were outside laughing their asses off because they knew that I shouldn't go talk to her. You know, like that this is a mistake, but I didn't know. They tricked me into doing it, and that was fine. And that was what happened. And the funny thing is that like after I got heckled, Ruben was hosting, and Ruben is black.
Yeah.
So he comes in on stage and he says, "I'm coming here on behalf of the black people to say Richard said something horrible on stage. Americans do have culture, motherfucker." And, and that was just
yeah.
And then everybody laughed but that lady.
Yeah.
She was pissed. Yeah. But have you ever heckled somebody? No, you're a good boy.
Yeah, I don't think I heckled anyone.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, but you heckled
before
going on stage.
I heckled before.
Yeah.
I heckled before. I heckled a friend of mine, which I'm not going to say who he is, but he will know that. Because one time we were coming back from a show in another city, not with him, with 2 other comedians, and we're talking about hecklers. And they say, "Oh, there was this guy once in this bar who heckled so-and-so doing this and that. And that guy was me."
You were the heckler.
I was the heckler, and they didn't know it was me.
They didn't know it was you,
They didn't know it was me, because I think at that time I had my head shaved. I shaved my head and I really didn't look like that. So maybe that, or maybe they just don't care because million shows, doesn't matter. So the guy has a bit in which he talks about being bisexual, and like the first 3 minutes of his show is him talking about sucking dick and being bisexual and this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the middle of the show, he goes, a quick shout out to my father, and he goes, "Where are you?" And then ask where his father is, you know. And and before that, I think he would ask, "Why did you leave?" So he asked, "Dad, why did you leave?" So me, in my stupid mind, I thought, "Oh, this is a question. It's our turn to interact."
Right.
So I go, "It's 'cause you suck dick." And that got a laugh, and he got pissed. "Fuck you, you homophobe. Why don't you leave the jokes for the comedians?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry. I didn't expect him to react that way."
Yeah.
You know, and I was with a date, and I look at her, and she goes, she gave me the look like, "You gonna let him talk?" Like in my head, she was saying, "Are you gonna let him talk to you like that?" She wasn't. You know, she was just like, "I guess you should shut up." But in my head, I'm like, "No way, this guy's gonna talk to me like that." You know, like I have to say something, and I go like, "You're not funny." Oh
wow.
Fuck. And then, I mean, he cut the show right after. He was like, "Okay, I guess that's my time," and then he just left.
Oh yeah.
And he had a
You
girlfriend.
heckled a comedian off stage.
Yeah.
And you called yourself this person's friend.
Now we're friends, yeah. I'm seeing him tonight, or tomorrow night. And I don't think he knows I did that to him.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend at that time, she ambushed me outside of the bathroom. I went inside the bathroom, and she went outside, and she goes, "You look like a nice guy. I didn't know you were such a piece of shit." And I go, "Lady, what are you talking about? You look nice too, but you're also a piece of shit." And she goes like, "No, what are you saying?" I was like, you're homophobe." I was like, he was saying.
Yeah.
In my head, his father was being a homophobe, so I thought that was helping with the joke. And she goes, "Oh, fuck you," and they just left. And I was like, okay, maybe that was a little bit out the line, you know, like, and I felt bad, and I still feel bad. I still feel bad, but at that day, I felt really good.
Right.
Because I felt like the answers were right, and
but I think this is what I noticed, that if people heckle, like they want to be in a way part of the show, like also. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, it's insecure people or people who wants attention. Because at that time, it's true. I just I just wanted attention because I was there with a date, and I wanted, you know, I thought I was funny, and I said I want to be funny in front of her, and I said that. And the other time was exactly the same thing. It was in another venue, another comedian that I know. I mean, we're not friends, but we're colleagues. We know each other. We talk about it. She's cool, and oh no, I say she's cool. So now everybody knows who she is because it's 3 female comedians in Switzerland.
Shout out to all of them.
For all the 10. Shout out to all of them. Yeah. This one, maybe you were there. No.
Where was
this
the
was
show?
right before I started. It was a few months before I started.
Okay.
I actually started because of that.
Okay.
One of the reasons I started was that.
Yeah?
Yeah, because she was doing a bit about being from a boring family.
Mm.
That like her father's an accountant or something like that. I don't remember. It was a bit about that, and she was really bummy, like crickets. It was nothing. And on Contiki, which is warm, is a good room, and it's easier to kill. But that day specifically, she wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
And then she went. I got invited to a Swiss baby shower. And then she did a pause. And then I shouted, "Swiss people fuck?" Applause break. Applause break. People went, "What?" People went fucking wild. Fucking wild. You know, and then like they went the roar. And then it slowed down. And then she said, "Yes, we do. You should talk to me after the show." And she was saying that her father was an accountant.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Why? So you can do my taxes?" Fucking uproar. You know, like people because we went from nothing to that.
Yeah.
And people were just earning for anything. And then they ate that. They ate it. And then she went on, finished her set. And then the host came in and goes like, "We should get that guy on."
Right.
You know, because it was a bad set.
Yeah.
She goes, "We should get that guy on." And I go like, "All right,
Okay.
bet."
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Yeah. So
And
then
then
you
we started.
went on. Then you started, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to some open mics as well, like
Here.
not last year, yeah, but the year before, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And at open mics, like open mics here are good shows because usually you have some audience that come there to see comedy, and people that sign up do it on regular basis, most of them. So it's decent shows, but also like people have different sets, you know. Sometimes good people also bomb, and I mean sometimes people are not so experienced, they bomb as well. And and I saw some of these shows, and I saw some people, and I was like, I could try it, I could give it a try. Yeah, people could be also not laughing at my jokes, you know. Why do they are not laughing at this guy's jokes? Yeah.
It's fun, man. I really changed my life, comedy.
Yeah.
It really did. It really did. I love it so much. I'm almost like not tired. I'm tired before I get to shows because I'm doing like every night now. And then I get there and I get a surge of energy and I just fucking go for it. I don't even know where it comes from. It makes me so happy. It's crazy. And also the fact like you meet so many cool, different people. You just meet both comedians and like audience members, because I feel like if you are in the audience and you are watching a comedy show, you can't be the most boring person in the world. Because the moment you're going out with the intent of laughing and finding something to laugh, in my book, you're already cool.
Right.
You know, you're already different. Because if you're boring, you go out for like, I don't know, an opera. Or something that you can just sit down and be like, "Yes, you entertain me, and I'm not gonna move, and I hope the notes are perfect, and I hope this is very fulfilling experience to my soul." And if you want to go to laugh, who the fuck cares?
Yeah,
you just want to have fun, and that's a cool kind of people to hang out with. Which in Switzerland, I think we need it, because everybody feels so lonely here.
Yeah, true. And I feel like the comedy shows, they really bring kind of the community together. It's weird. Like, I mean, these people are there. I'm there. The comedians are there. The audience is there, and everyone is sharing this particular moment. And when I'm performing, what sometimes I think about, like I want to bring people to my land of joy, you know, just making them laugh at what makes me laugh. Just trying to share, the experience, what you are saying, the sense of joy of laughter. So yeah,
it's already cool people. Already. Plus, they all have drugs.
Don't look at me. I don't have the drugs.
I don't. This is true. I don't even drink. Yeah. Yeah. This is a cool thing. This is a stupid thing that I did when I was a kid, and now I mean I have time to reevaluate, but I still don't need it. I never started drinking. Like never caught me. I got drunk twice in my life, and both times were terrible.
You didn't like the experience?
I didn't like it because the first time I got drunk was a setup. My friends kind of set me up because I was the only one in the group who hasn't drank, and I was 16 or like almost 17, and it's like the band competition of the high school, and all the cool kids are there, and the hot girls are dressed hot, and we're outside, and they go like, "Oh, we should drink some Sprite and vodkas," and then everybody got like a little bit of vodka and this much of Sprite, just a little, like
way more.
Yeah, a shot of vodka and the rest of the cup of Sprite. Yeah. For me, it was like half. But since I have never drank, I have no idea how strong things would taste. Yeah. So my friends are just pounding it. So I pound like 100 milliliters of vodka for my first time. So I got drunk instantly. And I had the tooth missing. The front tooth was missing, half of it. So like I would smile and I had like this missing front tooth, and I would just go around and harass everyone. I did terrible things. Like my ex-girlfriend was dating a guy now that was there.
Okay.
On the school, like my first girlfriend is the one the first love and so on.
Yeah, so your ex-girlfriend, your first girlfriend was at the same party.
My first girlfriend had we broke up and she was dating another guy. Yeah. Who was studying in my school. Okay. And he was at the party. Yeah. And he was a little person. Okay. Like he was probably like 140. Okay. So he was like the height of my chest, but it's still a guy. He still beat me up. And I got to this guy, dude, and I start pointing to him and going like, "Bro, you fucking suck. You have to climb on the bed to kiss her." And I started making fun of him of his height because I was fucking drunk. I had no idea. And I had a big black friend that was behind me. So it's literally like the Chihuahua going with the big dog behind. It was exactly the same thing. And I'm going, "You short, your dick's short, your mom's short." And it's like making fun of this guy. And I'm short. I don't know what the fuck am I saying. I'm just a lot higher than that, taller than that guy. And this guy's going like, "That's it, I'm going to kick your ass." And then my friend would just walk in front of me and the guy would walk away. And he kept doing like this. And I was missing a tooth. And I kept coming to all the teachers that they were there and trying to explain what they were explaining to me. And I go like, planarias, if you cut them in half, like making fun of them. If you cut them in half, a second part grows up. So you make one becomes two. They should be called chimeras, not planarias. And I was walking around. Brother, I did horrible shit. Horrible shit. Horrible. I showed my ass on stage like crack spread. Literally.
Your teachers were at the party where you drank for the first time. Yes. Half and half drink Sprite and vodka, and then you were showing your crack.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure I tried to kiss my math teacher.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't remember everything. But I remember what people told me the next day. Yeah. And I remember like at a certain point they put me on a sofa and I sat down and I passed out and I woke up vomiting, but I didn't want to vomit on anybody. So I covered my mouth and the vomit escaped up and just like shower people. Shower. Because it was me running to the bathroom and just like literally turning on the sprinklers. And it was just horrible shit, dude. Horrible. There wasn't a single person the next day in school that wouldn't look at me and either chuckle or grin. A single person. Everybody. Oh, dude. That's this girl I really liked, and she was cross-eyed.
Okay.
Like properly cross-eyed, not a little bit. She would look at you and at the camera at the same time.
Yeah, and the camera is at a large angle from me.
Thanks,
those
Łukasz.
that-
Can you estimate the angle, please, for the listeners?
Yeah, like 60 degrees.
This is 60?
Is it 70?
I think I would put more like 70.
It's 70. Between 70 and 80.
Very
maybe.
funny, Richard. Very funny. Being precise is such a funny thing. Yeah.
We are comedians, okay? So we know what's funny. If
Dude.
you don't understand, then...
It's your problem. I got to this girl. I hold her by the shoulders.
yeah.
And I said, do you think you're better than me? Why don't you look me in the eyes when I talk to you? And she's looking to the side and going, I'm looking. And I'm like, look at me. When I'm talking to you, why am I just a piece of shit? Why do you hate me? Are you so much more prettier than me? That's why you don't want to talk to me without looking me in the eyes. And she's like, I'm looking. And her eyes are just pointing to the other direction. And then she had to look to this side, like to overcompensate.
Yeah.
So her eyes would point at me, so I left her alone, man. I felt so bad, dude. I felt so bad. Because these I
Yeah.
remember.
Mm.
This I remember. So the next day I went to her. I said, I'm sorry. I bought her chocolates and stuff. And I
Yeah.
said sorry and tried to do reparations. And we become friends. It was fine.
Yeah.
With the front teeth missing, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Why was your front tooth missing? I didn't think this is what you get when you do your first shot of vodka. That's not how it ends in Poland.
Yeah, I got kicked in the mouth.
Kicked in the mouth.
Yeah.
What did you say to whom? While sober, come on.
No, I was sober. No, it was a misunderstanding with
Right.
an angry boyfriend.
A boyfriend.
Yeah,
you had a
dude.
boyfriend.
Yeah, the guy did taekwondo and I didn't know. And I also didn't know. I kissed this girl and like we made out and maybe made for third base. What's third base?
Whatever.
Is third base anal?
I don't know.
I think third base in Brazil is
I
anal.
don't know.
Anyway, it doesn't
US centric or Brazil centric.
matter. I don't know what's third base. What's
Bases.
first base? First base is kiss. No, hug. What's that? Does this thing exist anymore?
I never knew these things. Yeah, I'm from a Catholic country. Like, yeah.
The first base.
You
is
kiss, then you wait for the marriage, and then you can consummate your marriage.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In Brazil, we wait half an hour before we consummate. Anyway, I just made out with this girl, and I think there was some hands involved. Nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And she
so
had
you held hands. Yeah, this is third base. Yeah.
yeah, we held each other. Let's put it that way.
Right. Okay.
And we forget about it, right? So I told the boys, obviously, because you're like, I was 16, so I was like, yeah. And she had huge, massive boobs, and I was like, yeah, look at me, I did that, stupid boy shit. My cousin
Yeah.
tells this story on his street while skateboarding, and the guy skateboarding with my cousin was best friends with her boyfriend.
Right.
So he tells the boyfriend. So the boyfriend gets to fucking know
Right.
that she cheated on him with me, and I'm known by everyone because I blew up the school. I had this. This is a story for another day. But like,
How many stories do you
a
have?
lot.
Okay. So this is this podcast, Stories by Richard. I'm glad at least one of us has stories. It's great. Continue.
Oh my god. So she goes and she goes like she gets to know. So she calls me on my land phone because at that time no cell phones. So she calls at my house. First of all, there's a guy calling my dad's shop asking for my address. And my dad is not giving it. And this guy is her boyfriend. And so he somehow got the phone of her shop and then my dad's furniture shop and kept calling there. My dad And then she calls me at the same time and says, hey, can you, in the name of our friendship, tell my boyfriend that you lied, that you invented the story that we made up just because, boys do that. And I go, yeah, I can do that, because then we're both fine. Your relationship is saved. I don't get my ass kicked. It's all good. And she goes, yeah, can you do that shit? I was like, 100%. And she said, okay, so come to my house tonight. He's going to be here. But my father is here too, so it's fine. And then you tell him that you invented it and it's all fake. Because that's the story I told him. So she goes and tells me the story that, so we can double check the facts, So we make up this lie. Fine. My dad gets to work and goes, Richard, there's a guy trying to kill you. And I go, no. He's like, yeah, this is a guy calling our shop trying to get your phone number and your address. There's a guy trying to kill you. I was like, no. What did you do? I was like, I didn't do nothing. So what did you do? No, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing. And he goes like, don't leave the house. There's a guy trying to kill you. And I'm like, no, it's all good. It's okay. Must be the boys, a prank or something. And my dad goes, all right, so go to your room. Don't leave it. So the same way that I turn, I just take my bike and I go to this girl's house to solve this thing. So I take my bike, ride to her house, get there. Boyfriend is there. He's huge. Huge. He's muscular. He's bigger than me. He does taekwondo and he's angry and his head hurts because of all the horns that he has because she's a whore. She kissed half of our friends.
Second base, y'all.
Yeah. She had done a lot. Anyway, I don't care. I wanna finish the deal because I'm thinking if I do this favor to her, she has to do a favor to me. And so in my head, I'm like blowjobs. I'm gonna get a blowjob later. So in my head, I'm like, this is the best option I could possibly do is go to this random house with this angry taekwondo boyfriend and try to talk my way out of them.
Right.
So I get there and I do.
Yeah.
So he's sitting over there. Her father's between me and him and she's sitting on the corner there. And I tell the tale. I spin the story exactly the same way that we talked on the phone, me and her. And he goes, okay, fine. I take it. But you're lucky that I'm not going to kick your ass for lying about my girlfriend. And I go, hey, man, I'm sorry. I haven't had a girl in a while, and I wanted to show off with the boys, and she's so friendly, and I'm sorry that I did that. I'm just going to go, and we're fine. Yeah. Then she goes, fuck you, Richard, you piece of shit. Why the fuck did you do that? You're such a horrible person. And I'm like, shut the fuck. I'm trying to hide behind her father and going, shut the fuck up, this guy's gonna kick my ass. But she wanted him to kick my ass because to make this story more believable. Right. And I was like, it's already done, he already believes it. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to make the sign for her to shut the fuck up because I'm like, if you keep doing this shit, I'm gonna tell him the truth.
Oh yeah,
you shut the fuck up or I'm gonna tell him the truth. I'll tell him the bitch you are. And she goes, you're a piece of shit. You keep inventing stories. How many of those did you do? Did you talk about my friends? Fuck you. I should get my boyfriend to kick your ass. And then when she said that, I go listen, shut the fuck up. You called me this afternoon. You talked to my mom even. You know what's going on. If you don't shut the fuck up, I'll let him know everything I know.
Yeah.
And she goes, fuck you. And I go, okay. Listen, brother, you are the biggest cuck that ever existed. Half of the boys tap this. You're a pussy. You're stupid. She kissed me. I didn't even approach her. And she did that with a bunch of other friends. She's a bitch. She called me today to lie to you because of that. And you know what? You're probably a good guy.
Let's have a beer one day.
Yeah, I was like, you're probably a good guy, Fuck this bitch. You don't deserve her. Fuck that. I'm out. I get out. I'm picking my bicycle up. Yeah. Her father cannot hold him.
Right.
He rushed through her father.
Yeah.
I throw my bicycle at him and get ready. He goes in around my bicycle, or jumps it or something.
Yeah.
I kind of put a punch in, and I kind of graze his face. And then he just sidekicked me on the stomach right away. Just like, boom. And then he kicked me on the stomach. I go down. He kicked my mouth up. And then he just broke my tooth. And he just like showed my tooth in and broke it in half. And just blood instantaneously. And then her father comes in, hold him. I get my bike. And I bolted home.
Right.
I got home. Mouth this big. Blood everywhere. Tooth missing. And my father goes, the guy found you, didn't he? And I go, no, it's not like how it is. And he was like, tell me the story. Tell me what the fuck is going on. Tell me. And then I had to tell my dad. And then he goes, I'm not fixing your tooth. It's your fucking fault. I told you. You save the money. You fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, fuck. Then that story gets known.
Mm-hmm.
My older cousin gets to know that this guy beat my ass.
Yeah.
And my cousin might or might not have guns. So this is allegedly, okay? So this didn't happen. But allegedly, that guy works on his mom had a what's the name of the shop that sells bread in Crossing? He had a bakery. Yeah, he worked behind the counter in a bakery, which was from his family.
Your cousin or the taekwondo guy?
The taekwondo guy.
Okay.
Allegedly, my cousin goes to this place, bring him back on the back alley, and beat him with the back of a gun, and tells him to apologize and that I would never have to pay bread in my life again. And I got free bread for years. Every time I go to that place, he goes, oh, Richard, and this is, I'm sorry, how you doing? And I got free bread forever. And this was just my first year of high school. That's why I had no teeth.
You lost the front two teeth.
I lost both, yeah. But this one I lost with the kick. The other one was crowd surfing on a hardcore show.
Right. So then you wanted to get rid of the second tooth so that it's cheaper to do
the pair.
Yeah.
Just you do two, you get one for free, so I can break a third one. Yeah, dude. Brazil's fucking wild.
Yeah, these stories sound wild.
It was fun when it happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it does sound like a soap opera kind of situation, you know, the girl trying to...
Yeah, and the fun thing is that this cousin, he did that to me, like who allegedly scared the guy. He doesn't like me. Now he does, but at that time he hated me. And he did it because it's like, this is family, we protect our family. Like this, he might have done it.
Who else? Maybe it was the police.
Allegedly, he did. Allegedly. Nothing actually happened.
Nothing happened.
Can you guys imagine?
The guy had a change of heart, you know, after kicking your tooth out.
He realized she was not a very family-oriented lady.
Yeah. He got his priorities straight.
Not my teeth, though.
It wasn't so easy to get those straight.
No, man, it sucked.
How long were you without your teeth?
Maybe about 6 months. 6 months, because I would talk and then I would like have air coming out. So I would talk like this because if I have a fifth missing. And can you imagine how hard it is to get a girl to kiss you with a missing front tooth?
For me, it's hard, even if I have all my teeth. So
imagine
I cannot imagine. I didn't know it could get any more harder than whatever I get now.
It can.
Yeah?
Oh, imagine how funny I had to be.
Okay. That's how you get a step ahead.
But yeah, that's when I started comedy. That's when I started comedy.
Okay.
Yeah. I would get, like, if you get one girl per month, I would like fireworks. It would be like, fuck yeah. And then I'd tell everybody and go like, yeah, that fat girl over there. And it was like, it was fun. And also I was in a new school. So like all the kids were like, because at that point we were like lower middle class, you know, like we're not poor, Bernard, but I went to a school in which the kids were rich.
Mm-hmm.
And like rich kids in Brazil live a completely different life. So they had no fights, they had no things. So their bullying was very like, oh, look at Richard, he's using the same jeans 3 days in a row. Oh my God, look at this, ooh, dirty poor. And then I'll punch them on the stomach. That was it. Because they didn't know what the fuck to do. Because their thing was like, man, nah, you look like shit. And I go, yeah, I'm gonna break your fucking face. And then they would stop. So I was respected for the wrong reasons. And now the group I would hang out with in high school, it was me, the black guy, because it was a rich people school. So there was one black kid, which was obviously targeted for racism. Right. So I was like, okay, dude, just stick with me. If somebody says something to you, we break them in half. But he was rich too, so he didn't even know that it was possible to just say, oh, I'm a huge black dude, I can just beat the shit out of you. Right. So I thought, no, man, even if you just say you're gonna do it, they stop. And he goes, fuck yeah. So we become friends. Also, we played Xbox together and it was the best. So it was me, the black kid, the otaku kid who loved anime, who wanted to marry a Japanese girl. He wanted to change his name from Bruno to Bruno. Something like that. And the nerd kid, the skinny nerd kid that gets always the best grades on class, who also gets bullied because of these large glasses. Literally like a stereotype movie.
Yeah, outcasts. So
yeah, like the poor hillbilly with a missing tooth, the black kid, the otaku, and the
nerd guy. Yeah. Cool. So you had your gang in high school.
They were the group of people. Yeah. It didn't like. I still sometimes talk to those guys. It was really fun. It was a great time.
Yeah. I don't know what you were saying, but but when you mentioned something, I go
on for half an hour with my fucking stars. Lucas look at me and goes, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know what Richard was talking about. I was zoning out for a moment. So I hope to all the listeners that you enjoyed his story from his high school, as I'm getting. Yeah.
Oh, that's your phone.
Is this my phone?
Yeah.
Someone is calling me. Okay, maybe we cut it out, but I answered.
We cut it out.
Anyway, we're back. I don't know who called me. Yeah, but I wanted to talk about me, like how I started comedy. I don't know why it was related.
Oh, we talked about it, no? That you went to a show, you saw the people doing, and you go like, well, if they're not laughing at their jokes, they cannot laugh at mine.
Yeah, right. But the true story is that why I actually decided to do it was because my friend Uran, because we're dropping names with whom we talked before recording this podcast. Yeah, at some point we were just making each other laugh a lot, a bit tipsy. We might have or might have not
kissed,
been a little bit stoned. Probably not, but yeah. And I was like, yeah, man, we should do comedy. And then he said, no, man, you keep telling me this, so you should do it. So yeah, I decided to do it. And
wait, you're telling me your story has no broken teeth?
My story has no broken teeth.
No black people?
I met some black people doing comedy. So yeah. That's that.
That's very nice, dude. That's
it's a shitty story. Okay, we just finished talking on the phone, so let's go back to your story. How are your teeth, Richard? I really liked your stories.
I'm hoping they don't break again, because I still cannot afford to fix them.
Right.
Yeah, dude. How long are we be doing? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know when we started. Oh shit, 1 hour 9 minutes.
All right, so I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah, we have finished already like 20 minutes ago. So anyway,
Thank you very much for listening. Like, I guess see you guys next episode. Next episode, I'm gonna tell you the story about how did I meet Łukasz.
Yeah.
No, better. I'll tell the story of how I got expelled from my school.
In next episode, Richard will tell you how he got expelled from his school.
And Łukasz will tell us how did he got accepted in Cambridge.
I will tell you how I got accepted in Cambridge. And what was the most wild story from my high school.
A guy ate a wombat, a Polish wombat.
Yeah. You heard that Richard lost a tooth. I lost a toenail. Nail.
See you guys next time. Thank you.